What's going on YouTube? This is Robbie again, and today we're going to be taking a look at LEGO Marvel Superheroes set number 76006, Iron Man Extremis Seaport Battle. This is the, I think one of the larger Iron Man 3 LEGO sets. It comes with 3 minifigs. You get Iron Man in his Mark 42 armor. You get War Machine, finally, and Aldrich Killian, who I honestly have never really read Iron Man comics. I don't really know who this character is, I gotta be honest. But the set retails for like $20–25, I think. Well, it's $25 at Toys R Us, so probably $20 everywhere else. And you get a boat. You get a boat and 3 minifigs. And that's about it. It shows you can explode the buoy for whatever reason. You can fire the flick fire missiles. It looks like there's a hiding spot where under the front of the boat where this dude can chill out. And I want to say this guy has a glow-in-the-dark head, but I'm not 100% sure. Either way, I'm excited if nothing else but for the War Machine minifig. And yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and get this guy open, put it together, and see what the set's all about in person. I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright guys, so here we have the Iron Man Extremis Seaport Battle all ready to go. And I have to say, I'll say right off the bat, I was pleasantly surprised by this set. I mean, I know we just took a look at the box, but I mean, if you take a look at this, sorry Iron Man, if you take a look at this box, it's a very, like, there's a lot of foreshortening going on with the, you know, the perspective of the boat itself. But as you can see, this is a rather, you know, long boat. It just looked like it was going to be kind of 2 pieces sandwiched together and just be one, like, you know, kitty little squish of a thing. But it turns out to be actually a pretty cool speedboat that, you know, I'll probably just use with my regular Lego City stuff, just because it's a kind of a slick looking vehicle. We're going to take a look at that in just a minute. And, you know, this. We're going to start off with the minifigs. So we'll start off with probably the least, you know, the one people care about the least anyway. And that's Aldrich Killian here. And as you can see, besides being a Twilight vampire, he is the enemy in the Iron Man film, I am assuming. And he's got a very pale head, and that is because it has the glow-in-the-dark function that we are familiar with the Monster Fighters series. You can kind of see it there. He also has a double-sided head, so this one he's just got kind of a grumpy face going on, and a very nice little suit you could easily use with other, you know, other minifig heads. And on the back, he he's really upset because he fell asleep at his friend's house, and his friend just happened to have a red Sharpie, and went ahead and drew all over his face, just scribbled all over. So yeah, that's kind of weird looking. In my opinion, I can't really get the glow to work. It was working before, but yeah. So that's that. You get a little bit of back printing. You get the angry markered face. You get a nice little hairpiece there. It's the same hairpiece that comes with Mandarin. It actually does cover the entire printing on the back of the head, so that's pretty cool. And that's Aldrich Killian. We'll just put him aside and check him out later. Next up, we have Iron Man. And, yeah, he's a very gold suit going on here. Which I believe is the new trend in the new movie here. So you can see he's got his little pattern going on. Here's the one from the Mandarin Ultimate Showdown, so you can see the difference. I'm wondering if this suit is maybe supposed to be like the suitcase suit that he had in the second film, but I really don't know. As you can see, this one got blue eyes, this one's got white, and of course we'll throw in this guy from the first set of Iron Man or Avengers sets, so you can take a look at that all together. So there are definitely some differences, and that's cool. I'll put this guy aside, but you can check out the the back of his armor here. He has gold hands as well. So there's the back, a lot of gold, a little bit of silver, and go ahead and lift up the mask, and you can see Tony Stark has a new face print here. He's got kind of definitely a smirk going on. He's very self-assured. However, you flip him around, oh, he's not so self-assured. And yeah, he doesn't remember whether or not he put deodorant on this morning. That's a bad time for any man. But yeah, so he's got a scared face on the back and a very, very calm, cool, and collected face on the front. And yeah, that's Iron Man. And probably the one everyone has been looking forward to most, we have War Machine, who will hopefully, there we go, he'll focus up. And yeah, very cool, very nice. He's got very nice detailed printing. You can see he's got all kinds of letters and numbers and such on his torso. A little star on his hip for whatever reason. Yeah, War Machine's pretty cool. I like him a lot. Let's check out the back. He's got his little brick built gun, and we'll take a look. We'll take a look at Rhodey Rhodes' face here. You can see one side he has the angry face, and on the other side he's got, I don't know if I'd call it a calm face. It looks just stone-faced. Just stone-faced. This guy does not give a poop. And on the back you've got some more military markings and some very, very nice metallic gunmetal on this guy. I really do love the printing on this one. And yeah, I do of course still wish that they had just figured out a way to make this thing a little smaller. I mean, even with the lifting function, if they just kind of moved it back a little bit and just kind of, I don't know, I'm not really sure. I'm sure they went through many different designs before they came up with this one, so this is probably the best of the bunch that they got, but it's still just a little bit big for me. He just seems a little bit like a bobblehead. But that is War Machine. He comes with the little red energy expulsion pieces, and yeah, and you even get an extra one of these little cape pieces, so you know, you could put one on your crayons to make them not so annoying looking. Yeah, so those are the minifigs, and we're going to take a look at the bulk of the set. Have you ever had such a coughing fit that you gave yourself a headache? Yeah, good times, good times. Anyway, back to the set. We've got minifigs over here. We've got Aldrich here. We're going to keep him out for just a second because he's going to become semi-important. So, I don't know. We'll start with this thing. I don't know if this is a buoy or a mine, you know, a water charge mine. But you get this little guy. It's, you know, made out of a couple of bricks, and it's got some clear red discs in it, and some clear red bits, and some shiny silver stickers on the side, and it sits just like that, and when you want to blow it up, you press this little gray piece, and boom, it explodes. And it's all very exciting. My heart jumps every time I do it. Oh my goodness, just like that. Oh, ooh. So you get that piece, and that's pretty cool. You get some, I guess this is supposed to be water. And yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. Oh, I should say it's super great because it works from both sides, not just the one. You don't have to just do it from this one side. It's really amazing. So there's your buoy bomb, or whatever you want it to be. Onto the boat. And like I mentioned before, I was pleasantly surprised with this boat. As you can see, there's quite a bit of bricks in this boat. It was much more of a build than I was expecting, and I enjoyed it. It wasn't, you know, it didn't take very long. It wasn't overly involved, but it was definitely more surprisingly complex than I was expecting. And as you can see, it's got some very nice lines to it. I just like the shape of it. The way they got the windshield to kind of just go flush with the top of the boat. So I think it's pretty slick looking. And as you can see, there's a little spot inside for some weapons. You can stick your space alien gun in there. You've got the all kinds of good stuff, and some missiles. Now these missiles are green, and so I'm going to just go ahead and assume that the Mandarin or Aldrich or whoever in the movie gets to use the normal bad guy shooting green mist that does various things, whatever. But these are, I guess, flick fire missiles, and you have these bars back here that you can just push down, and it'll flick fire the missiles, and they'll go a decent distance depending on how hard you push this down. So that's pretty cool. And so you can sit Killian in there, and there's actually room in the back for another minifig if you want. So that's pretty cool. You could stick the Mandarin in there too, or whoever. And also, there's a little feature in the front of the boat here. You just pop this bit off, and there's some dynamite in there. There's some holes to let the water in. You just ignore those. But you do get one of these little dynamite pieces. And yeah, you can stick a minifig in there if you so desire. Any one will do. And you just pop that back on, and bam, you've got somebody hiding out in the front of the boat. And nobody's the wiser. So yeah, pretty cool. Very, very playable. I like the little blue bits on the bottom, so it can slide pretty well. So yeah, I mean, all in all, this is a very neat little set. I was pleasantly surprised with it, and it's got 195 pieces. It's got 3 minifigs, all of which are decent. I mean, Killian's even kind of neat just because he glows in the dark and he's got marker all over his face. But yeah, you've got Iron Man, War Machine, and at any retailer other than Toys R Us, where you're paying a 20% markup, you're gonna only pay $19.99, $20 for this set. So 195 pieces, that's really not that bad. It's not that bad. It's a decent deal, and it's a fun little set. So I'm gonna go ahead and recommend this. It's a fun one, and I think that's gonna do it for this review. So I'm gonna go ahead and search for the lost missile somewhere in my area here, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to comment, like, and subscribe. And as always, have a great day, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.